Good morning, everyone. First of all, I just want to say well done for getting in this morning. I know the weather isn't ideal for the start of term, but attendance is incredibly important, and every lesson of every minute counts. And that's my initial message to you this term, is that we want to start off strong. We want to make sure that we've got good attendance, not just because we want 100% attendance on our record, because it has a real impact. If you get below 90% attendance, your grades per subject can be 2 grades less than what they would be if your attendance was above 95%. And we'll talk more about that in assembly tomorrow. But well done for getting yourselves in and keeping yourselves warm, and we'll make sure that throughout the course of today that we are being sensible and we're following all the school rules and the expectations in the way that we should be. Which takes me on to the next slide. Everything I'm just talking about now is not new. This is just basic expectations, but at the start of term, it's always worth reminding ourselves about what those basic expectations are. And again, we'll go through them in a bit more detail tomorrow morning. But the first thing is just making sure that you've got your coats off inside. Yes, it's cold outside. Yes, it's snowing outside. But as soon as you step through those doors, you need to make sure that those coats are coming off. Okay, we're keeping those standards exceptionally high, even if we've got poor weather. Yes, you are allowed to wear trainers for today. Hopefully the weather will improve by the end of today, and I'll keep you and your parents informed. But for now, coats should remain off. Trainers you can wear for the duration of today. Shirts must be tucked in at all times. You'll recall that just before the end of Christmas we had a real blitz on making sure that learners were looking presentable and looking smart, and the vast majority of you do. But learners will be given lines if they do have their shirt tucked out, so it's really important that we're looking smart and presentable at all times. In terms of jewellery, we'll be doing uniform inspections every day in registration, also when you're coming into assembly. But your teachers will be looking out for earrings that are loopy, that are blingy. Remember that the only earring that you can wear is one small plain metal stud in each ear. And it's really important that we're not wearing any bracelet bangles throughout any part of the day. They will be confiscated and will of course get lines. With the exception of today, footwear, if you paint them white, as Mr. Clarkson says, and they look like a trainer, they're not suitable for school. So let's make sure that if you've got anything new over Christmas that they are compliant and fitting with our uniform rules and our expectations. I've noticed also something called hydro stars to cover spots. They're not part of our school uniform. There are other things that you can get and creams that you can use. But if you are seen with these hydro stars or spots in and around the school, you will be asked to remove them. Okay, that's not part. And the same for eyelashes, nail extensions. As I'm sure you'll recall, before half term we did a big assembly on making sure that you're ready for the first term back. So fully appreciate that you've had Christmas, New Year's parties, but those nail extensions and those eyelashes now need to be removed. Hair accessories, we shouldn't be having big bows or flowers or wide bands in our hairs. They're not permitted. Teachers will be asking you to remove them, and of course you're never allowed and shouldn't have any patterned or lines in your hair as well. And if you are wearing jumpers to keep yourself warm, that's absolutely fine, but they must be V-neck, not round neck, V-necks. They mustn't have any patterns on them or any logos, just must be plain black jumpers. And again, we'll go through this in much more detail tomorrow in assembly. And then, as it is snowing at the moment, yes, you are in school. The weather forecast for the rest of the week does look good, but you never know with British weather, and that's why it's better to be prepared. So our distance learning programme, and there's information that has gone out to your parents about this, is all based on our learner portal. Those of you that have perhaps been in SE will know how to access the SE work, but next to the SE work you've got an icon that says distance learning. and that takes you to another page where it's got your year group, and you simply click on your year group and that will take you to the work that you need to do. That's only in the event that we need to close the school if it is snowing, and otherwise you'll be in school all of the time. But information on that will be coming out. And my final message to you is that yes, there is a lot of snow around the estate, but we need to be sensible. I do not want to see anyone snowballing anytime before school, break times, lunchtime, or after school, or in between lessons. Let's walk sensibly around the school estate. Anyone caught snowballing will lose their social time. Have a really good day. I look forward to seeing you in and around the academy, and I'll endeavour to see you all in assemblies tomorrow morning. Have a good day.